Well, what we're doing here is all the houses, we rotate crops in all the houses. For example, this house before the cucumbers, it had spinach in it last winter, and then we ran that a little bit later into the spring until we put the cucumbers in. What we did is something a little bit different this year. Is we're using sisal twine string, which is compostable, and then we're using these clips right here, which are biodegradable clips. Now what we used to do is use the regular plastic clips and the plastic string, and it would take weeks to get through this because we'd have to take all the clips off, take all the string off, separate everything out. So what we did this year when we were done picking is had Joey go through and he pulled out all the plants by the roots. So they would just hang there and dry up. And then instead of taking a couple of weeks, Joey was in here for I think a day and a half, taking these down, cutting them off at the top and putting them on the wagon. Now all we have to do is put them on the compost pile and we're done with this. So what we have here now is an empty house. You can see all the holes where the cucumber plants were in here. What we do, we use a landscape fabric here so we can reuse this year after year. Now, it won't be in this house next year. It'll be whatever house has the cucumbers in it, so it'll move to another house, but we use the same landscape fabric. So what we can do now, you can see on the edge beds here, we've got a combination. We've got some kale, and then we also have some radishes. The radishes, they didn't work out because this has a, right now it has a shade cloth on it, so when the cucumbers were in here to keep it cooler. So we just have to pull those out, but the kale, we'll use that later. We'll keep the shade cloth on here until we get spinach planted into the beds here, and then we can take the shade cloth off and let it grow. So this house will be a winter house. So we'll harvest spinach all winter long. We'll harvest kale, depending on the year, December or January, hopefully February, for our winter markets and stuff.